The most countered punch. So most people get countered off their jab, off their right, off their hook. What punch do you really have to protect yourself when you throw?
The most punch you got to protect yourself is the jab, because when somebody's jabbing, you don't want to get caught with an overhand right. Because that's what I would do if I saw somebody throwing a lazy jab. I would definitely counter with an overhand right, because it's gonna always land, because they gotta commit to that jab and it's gonna be lazy. And I know they're not gonna bring it back to their face quick enough. Another thing is that most people don't like actually study boxing, so they don't know like you're never supposed to hook with a hooker. If you throw a hook at a guy who throws short and tight hooks, you're gonna get countered with a faster hook, and that's usually always what ends up happening when you hook with a hooker. But the most counter punch I think is the overhand right coming over somebody's jab.
How do you protect yourself from that?
So when you're throwing an overhand right, when somebody's trying to counter you with overhand right, when you throw your jab, you need to bring it right back to your face. Most people try to do the Floyd stuff and have the hand hanging right here and throw the jab when somebody can come over top of their head. So when you're throwing your jab, make sure you keep it at the top of your face. Boom, bring it back fast. Bring it back real fast. As that overhand right come, your hand is right there to protect it. So you throw the jab, bring it back. Throw the jab, bring it back. Because the overhand right protect it just like that.
Hook with a hooker, how do you protect yourself from it? Just don't do it, or?
If you know somebody who's throwing tight hooks, you always got to keep, most people that throw hooks wind up for it, so they throw hooks like this and drop this hand. You hook with a hook and they're going to beat you to the punch every time. And you see this hand dropped. So when you are hooking with a hook, you got to make sure you keep this up. They got to be the first thing. When you wind up, they got to be the first thing that come up right here. Keep this right here and you have to throw a hook. Don't drop your hand and wind up and throw a hook like this. You want to always keep this hand right here and throw a hook.